Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. What kind of setup are we having, Polsk? Should I be nervous? Are you going to hijack my stream? Are you going to do terrible, terrible things to my stream? Because please don't. That would be awful. Alright, who's ready to play some Total War Warhammer? Oh wait, I am! I love this game. I'm totally ready to play this. I just need to go to my phone. Hey Polsk, welcome! Because my phone is telling me that I'm streaming. I should probably go pay attention to that. My goodness, you're right, phone. I am streaming. What a pleasant surprise. You know what? I'll even go ahead and like my own stream. Thanks, phone. I appreciate that. Welcome, Polsk, and Bobcat was in there somewhere. I saw Bobcat up there. Okay. Things we need to do here. Things we need to do. Polsk doesn't want to admit that he's John Travolta. Okay. Huh. Polsk has a hard time admitting his celebrity status. You're correct, Bobcat. Polsk, what's going on? Are you John Travolta or are you Jeff Goldblum? I noticed they both have J's in their names, so I'm sensing a theme. Euronymous, welcome. Welcome, Euronymous. Phones are so reliable. Birdbrains is back. Welcome. Dances with Sheep is here. Oh my goodness, the door just got kicked open. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, unassigned skill points. Let's just deal with that first, and then we need to deal with the minor invasion of Ulthuan that we've sort of started here, but it's off to a rip-roaring start. We've taken Tor Enrock really handily, and what's her name up here? Alariel? Yeah, Alariel. She's not looking so hot right now. She's not looking so good. I want her to come down and try and pick a fight with me, because I have 2 full stack armies and a garrison here. I want her to come pick a fight with me. It would not end well. If she doesn't, then we need to just chill here, because we're a little banged up after our first fight with her, no lie. So Yastra needs to heal. Yastra's in the encampment mode, so he's healing, and Velatroth here is almost healed. One more turn, and he'll basically be up to full strength, which is good, because I've got my eye on White Peak, the other part of this province. So White Peak is looking really tasty right now. White Peak has a minimal garrison and no walls. So we can pretty much just walk Velatroth into White Peak without much problem. That's the goal. That's the idea. That's the plan right now. Now, Marathi was barreling south. Oh, right. I was going to retrain her army. That's the thing. You missed the Dragon Crew demo. I don't know what that is, but I'm sorry you missed it, Birdbrains. Ah, right. I was going to retrain Marathi's army, or at least some of them, because we're dealing with kind of some basic stuff, although well-experienced stuff. They've got a good chunk of experience on them. It's kind of a shame to waste all of them, but we'll have a think about that. Marathi, do you have any movement points left? No, you do not. It ended literally an hour before you woke up. What is the Dragon Crew demo? What does that mean to me? What does that mean to you? What does that mean to any of us? Probably doesn't mean a lot to Alariel here, because she's about to get pounded. Okay, who has unassigned skill points? Probably, well, Sabioth for a start. You created a model that's supposed to replace the Harpies with Sharpies. Okay, so instead of fighting the enemy and killing them, you just put little black dots on them to annoy them, and it would take ages to wash that out. Smart move. Smart move. That would annoy me. I bet that would really annoy the High Elves. They seem like they'd be really, really ticked off about that. Sabioth, what's way down your line here? Speed up, charge bonus up. That's kind of irrelevant to you. Melee attack up. That's not irrelevant. Weapon strength plus 10%? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take that one. Your weapon just got 10% more beefy. I am totally okay with that. And you're maxed out on everything else. There's not really a heck of a lot else to put into you, and you're already immortal. What is scavenge again? Oh, post-battle loot. We should probably put some points into that. Dragon Crew is the rocket that's supposed to launch people to Mars. Oh, okay. All right. That's what that is. I did not know what that is. Now I do. Lord Not Move, that's Yastra. That's fine. He's going to stay right there and in camp. Don't need to worry about that one. Settlement upgrade. Which one? Oh, Hag Hall. Really? That'd be super. Yeah, I'll take an upgrade to Hag Hall. What are we making every turn? About 3,500-ish? Nice. It was the SpaceX test flight of the Dragon Crew capsule. They've been sending supplies to the ISS, the space station, for a while, but they're going to start sending people. Hey, Jess, welcome. Welcome. Oh, you're watching the live stream highlights. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I thought that was kind of fun. It was really fun to watch it in retrospect. Gotta say, I poured through 10 hours plus of footage to get an 8-minute video. I think I might have to work out a new system. Like, maybe do highlights, or at least pull the highlights right after I do the stream, instead of trying to do them all in one fell swoop. That took me a day. That was a day to pull all of those highlights together to make one 8-minute video. A really cool 8-minute video. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was kind of funny. It does certainly encapsulate what goes on here. Not Mars, the space station BFR is bringing people to Mars. Okay. I've been meaning to do the same thing, but don't have the energy to watch my stuff back. Yeah, it's, especially a stream. I mean, you know, you and I both stream for an amount of time. They're not short streams. You know, you and I are both usually down for a couple of hours. Need to take notes during the streams or something. You know what I'm looking for on that, Jess? And I'm sure I could probably find an app on my phone, but just some sort of timestamp thing. So as I'm streaming, I could just hit a button and go, okay, I know at around 14 minutes, there's something that might be funny or interesting that I could put in a highlights video. Yeah, some kind of timestamp. I bet there's an app for that. There's an app for everything. All right, have we done all the things we needed to do? Yes. Do I have any money left? Yes. I could just beef up Arnheim's horsey thing. No, I don't really need that right now. I don't need that. Okay, this is going to be an important turn for nobody but Alariel here. Alariel cannot possibly think she is coming down to try and retake Toranrock, unless she's got like 2 other armies right behind her that I can't see, which is not inconceivable, actually. That could happen. Speaking of which, Sabioth, you haven't actually done anything lately. What could you be doing with your time? Do you want to maybe go assault the garrison in White Peak? You have a 96% chance to do it. Is there an app for Raspberry Frog fedoras? I don't think so. You know what, Polsk? It's a big wide world of apps. There might be something. You know, the stainless steel spaceship somewhere in Texas that's meant to test the starship's atmospheric capability. I don't know it. Clearly you do, and probably Bobcat does too. You two are on similar minds with the whole space military thing. Don't assault the garrison yet. I want to do that right before we roll in. Otherwise, they'll just heal it off. Okay. End the turn and watch closely notes to me, watch closely what Alariel's going to do. And if she's got hidden armies right behind her. Yeah, Bobcat already knows what that is. Apparently it fell over in a windstorm. Sweet. That sounds remarkably stable. Good job, space program there. But yeah, I figured you guys would know what it is. Herr Garneth, we don't already have a non-aggression pact with you? Sure, yeah, I'll pay 200 for a non-aggression pact. I would like to keep my northern border kind of calm and chill up there. And if you guys could deal with the Skaven up there, that'd be super. Wicked appreciate that. Hey, Hawk, welcome. Welcome, Hawk. Oh, Polsk is already lagging. Okay, all right. Hey, welcome back, Hawk. Awesome to see you as always. How are things out in Germany there? Probably pretty German, I would imagine. No, get me to the High Elves, please. I want to see what the High Elves are going to do. I wasn't paying attention. I may have already missed them. In which case, that probably means they didn't do anything, which is neat. That'd be cool if they did nothing at all. I would wicked appreciate that. Every time you talk about the garrison, I think of Rogue One, where Krennic yells, "Don't just stand there, deploy the garrison." Yeah, the garrisons are kind of hit or miss. Well, they're not hit or miss in Warhammer. You can beef up the garrisons, but how well they're going to stand up against an invading army is debatable. Gallic Blood Gorge, you're moving north. Good. Do that. I want you to move north because you just stopped being my problem. Somebody is raiding in Val's Anvil. That'll be that guy. Okay, Alariel sat there and did nothing. Speaking of garrisons, I am sure the garrison at Eagle Gate is nothing but insanely beefy. Yeah, they almost have a full stack army, and a really beefy one. What I'm saying, Dave, is you need to be wearing a cape when you play this. What makes you think I'm not? What makes you think I'm not, Jess? I have one in my closet. Well, technically it's a cloak, not a cape, but, you know, same principles. What makes you think I'm not wearing it? Maybe I'll start wearing it. Maybe I'll start wearing it and webcamming it. Who knows? Yeah, they have a rip-roaring garrison here, and it is beefy. They have a specific gate guard that no one else can get. Silver helms. Yeah, we'd have to starve them out. We're not walking in that door. We are not walking. Cloak is acceptable. I prefer cloaks. I like the hood. I'm a fan of a hood at any given point. I'm a fan of a hood. Hood just makes the outfit. In fact, most of my outfits have some sort of hood attached to them. Jacket, shirt, whatever. Yastra, here's the deal. Velatroth, you are going to come down here. Yeah, you are going to come down here and hang out, basically, and hopefully not suffer attrition. And Birdbrains is still hiring new assassins. Okay, Polsk might have to go. That would be unfortunate. You move into Tor Anrock. You'll heal faster, and you can defend Tor Anrock, even if Alarielle comes down, and she's trying to beef up her army. But she's not moving real quick on it. What are you? Oh, you have a standard. Okay, you have a war banner attached to you. That's dandy. The army that you're building is not nothing. Those white lions will mess me up, as will the Sisters of Avalorn. Those things will just wreck you. But 2 of your people are just heroes. Those are manageable, and a couple of your units are just flat-out basic level 1 spearmen. That eagle will fall from the sky like nobody's business. Okay, I think Tor Anrock will be okay for right now, but I am going to move Sabioth down here to start doing some work. Just head down here, Sabioth. Hang out. Oh, you don't need to go. Okay, good, Bolsk. I would appreciate it if you didn't. I can't afford to lose viewers. I need everyone that I can get, so I would really appreciate it if you didn't go. But I am sorry you're lagging. I don't know how to help you with that, but I will do my best to try and entertain you during the lag. Morathi, we are taking you. Do we want to... I mean, Moonshard would be fine. You can recruit from there. And then if I need to swing you over to Ulthuan, we could do that. We could totally do that. Yeah, that's a quick hop over to Tor Anrock there. Fine. We'll retrain your army in the Moonshard and then think about sending you over there. And when I get White Peak locked down and this province super secure, I think I want to start a 4th army. I think a 4th army would be a good thing to get going. I've got the money to do it now. I've got the money. And Polsk has 20 spies. 20. That's a lot of spies. Not assassins, but spies nonetheless. And Birdbrains immediately counters with, can they be assassins? And the answer is probably not. It's in their job description. It actually just says spy. If they were assassins, they'd be called assassins. I'm just trying to be logical here. Okay, unassigned skill point. Who? Sarah. Oh, okay. We haven't seen you in a while. What could you be doing with your time? You could spread public order. That's not the worst thing in the world. You know what? It's never a bad idea to have a little bit extra public order. Little tiny bit of public order. You're in the wrong place for it. But if we move you over to Ulthuan, you won't be in the wrong place for it. We'll need some public order over there. Okay. I am hesitantly ending that turn, because I've got my eye on Alarielle. She's got a plan. And here comes her plan. Her plan is... her plan is go and try and engage Velatroth. Nope, she's going to reinforce White Peak. That's a strong move. That's actually a good move for her. Well done. However, that's the only army that I'm aware of in that area. And I think I can pull Yastra down and do a 2-stack army attacking that place with 2 armies there. This is why I need a 3rd army in Ulthuan. I need to do my leapfrogging thing. Sends a random teenager's job history. Well, that'll be a short history, Polsk. That will be a very short history. When I was a random teenager, I only had the one job. Admittedly, I held it for 5 years. Long past teenagerdom, actually, but I only had the one job, so it'll probably be a really short history. Don't even really need to send a job history as much. You could tweet that. Go ahead and just tweet that. It's probably only 1 line. Who are you? Who are you attached to? Are you a high elf? I don't think... Oh, you're from Karen Carr. Okay. That's fair. What's Karen Carr done for me lately? What are my relations with them? I'd kind of like to have the northern border be a little chill. I don't want to have to start sending an army up there. If this beast herd could just go on its way, that'd be great. Okay, raiding, don't care. What's 3 Nights in Hell? Crone Hellebron has ordered Death Knight. Okay, Streets of Harganath are awash with blood and viscera. Oh dear. Witch Elf recruitment costs have fallen. Great, the unit that I dislike the most, I can get them for less. Super. That's awesome. Okay, you've reinforced White Peak, but you've reinforced White Peak with basically a half-stack army, 3 of which are not even units, they're heroes. And apart from these White Lions and these Swordmasters, nothing else is that great. The Shadow Warriors aren't nothing, but they've got no armor. I mean, well, they have terrible armor. I think we could probably, with a little assassinations... Yeah, I can definitely get Yastra down here to reinforce. And... is that the only assassin I have down here, is Sabioth? Good thing he's good at it. It's a Polish donut that comes out in preparation for Fat Tuesday. Okay, cool. I'm looking at the word and I have zero idea how to pronounce it, so I'm not even going to try. Because Hawk is here and he's very quick to correct any pronunciation errors that I may or may not have. And even though it's not German, it's Polish, he probably knows Polish too, because he's smart like that. So I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. And I think Polsk has just put it in the correct spelling. All right. Sabioth. Assault these units. Or should we just assassinate one of these people? Because that'll just take a unit out completely. Well, we got little chance to assault her. 74 on doing that. Or... should we assault the units? That's only 61. Assaulting the garrison was our best bet at 76. It was better before Alariel showed up. Hawk does not know any Polish at all. All right. Okay, well, fair enough. Fair enough. Yes, I know, Birdbrains. I'm trying to figure out what to do with my assassin. You can't have this assassin because it's Sabioth, and Sabioth just kind of rules everything. I could probably, in a very slow manner, play the entire game with just Sabioth somehow. If only agents could take towns. Do I want to... oh, assault the garrison or assault the units? Assault... okay, here's how I decide this. What's in your garrison? Spearmen, archers with light armor, Reaver archers, and Reaver archers. Okay, your garrison is basically not so great, so I should really assault your units, which are good. Only a 61% chance. I have a better chance to just flat out assassinate one of these people. Go for it. Oh, critical success from Sabioth. Oh, awesome. Not only is Luron gone, she is gone for good. She ain't coming back. Well done, Sabioth. Oh, and you are now... oh, not only did you take a critical success there, but now, because you've carried out successful hero actions, you have an additional 6% chance to assassinate. Oh, Sabioth, you're so awesome. You're so super, Sabioth. Okay, Velatroth, lay siege to White Peak. And by lay siege, I really mean encircle it. That's what we're going to do. And then, when we come out of there, we're going to bring... they still have no army over there to speak of. We're going to bring Yastra down to reinforce you. And then we're going to see what Alariel thinks of that. Because I'm going to guess the answer is not so much. So if I try and auto-resolve this down, now it's a little more even. You're saying it's an even fight game. I have 2 full stack armies here. Fine. You know what? Fine. Let her come to me. It's totally fine. Let her come to me. Are you going to be talking in Polish for a bit, Pulse? Because I can just... if you are, let me know so I can just definitively not need to glance at chat, because what I know of the Polish language you could write on a matchstick. So, you know, let me know. Let me know. You, yes. We want to do a real quick retraining on you. What do I want, actually? I know you can't theoretically get anything. I wouldn't... Oh, right, the Blackguard. We definitely want some Blackguard in here. No question of that. Okay, Spearman, you, and you out of here. Yes. Sorry, guys, but this is necessary. And I want 1, 2, 3 of you. Who else could we theoretically get rid of? Those damn witch elves that I don't even like. Jess does not speak Polish. She just speaks donut. Well, you and me and Mrs. Dave would all get along just fine then. You won't be speaking as you've been outvoted. Okay. And Bobcat says, Polish food is good, but I want a Russian donut with a beef filling. I'm going to go ahead and put a hard no on a meat donut. Although Meat Donut would be a great early 80s punk rock band. Yeah, if I got the Witch Elves out, what would I want instead? Cold One Chariot? Maybe? Doomfire Warlocks? Maybe? I don't really have any cavalry here to speak of. Dark Riders would not be a bad idea. I could just flat out get another monster, but that seems excessive. Yeah, I'm going to ditch the Witch Elves because I'm just not impressed by them. You know, that whole 0 armor thing just does not work in their favor at all. And neither, same goes for the Sisters of Slaughter here. 5 armor ain't going to cut it going up against High Elves. Let's just get a basic cavalry unit in. Cold One Knights, armored and shielded, and you're anti-large. Now, I'd like an anti-infantry, really. Dark Rider shields. That'd be good for going up against archers. I like the idea of that. And yeah, let's give me a Dark Rider shield in there. Okay, that helps your army. You've got a much, much tankier front line now. And you'll have 1 unit of cavalry. Okay, good. Good. Russia is weird, just look and the flying tank they tried to build. I did not know they tried to build a flying tank. Illuminate us. Unassigned skill point. Oh, Sabaoth, you're back. Sabaoth, you have all this. You are level 28, Sabaoth. I think you're the highest level thing in this game. What is Survivalist? Just up hit points? No, ideally, you're probably not going to be often embedded in an army. You're just going to be out killing things. But I will give you that scavenge anyway. An additional plus 3% on loot after the battle if you are embedded is nothing to sneeze at. Plus 3% could be an amount of money. Who else has unassigned skill points? Eleanor. Not even 100% sure where you are. Where are you? You are... Oh, you're in White Peak. Okay, you're embedded in somebody's army. Not sure who, but you're in there somewhere. That's good. And you are pretty darn low level. You're only level 4. Wow. All right, well, take a point of specialist because the ones that I really want are locked out, so you may as well do that. And just because I happen to notice one of your buffs is spreading corruption, how's the old spreading corruption going on down here in Toranrock? Oh, yeah. We're wrecking this place. Up to 41% chaos corruption. You're welcome. You're all welcome, High Elves. I am corrupting your landscape. I am burning this place to the ground. Oh, look, you used to have nice little trees that were green. Now they're black and gray. There's a pool of lava over here. Yeah, you didn't have lava before I showed up, did ya? All right, and speaking of, when is Toranrock going to be ready to go up a level? Not for a long time. Not for quite a bit. But your level 3 walls are up. That's good. That should beef up your garrison. Yeah, you have an acceptable garrison in here. Certainly something that could hold the line while somebody else gets over and reinforces you. Although your walls are almost up to strength. Your walls are almost there. Games like this make me wish Civ Beyond Earth was a better game. Yeah, you and I have discussed Beyond Earth. It's so close to being a good game. It's so close. I think my issue with it, it's actually kind of a little too easy, especially when you're dealing with the other factions, the other civilizations. Like, there's no real diplomacy. Everyone kind of gets along. Maybe it's some sort of Gene Roddenberry-esque future where everyone's just kind of basically okay with each other. Maybe I didn't play it on a high enough difficulty for them to get all fussy with me, but I had zero problems with diplomacy and negotiations in that game. Like, everybody loved me. Everybody absolutely loved me. They never attacked me, never went to war. You know, I had the alien issue, but, you know, the actual human civilizations never went to war with me. I think that's always been, that's my complaint about the game. It's just a little bit too easy. It needed one more expansion and it could have been better. You might not be wrong. Yeah. A random fact with Bird Brains, the AN-40 was a flying tank prototype built in 1942. It had no weapons and only flew once and almost killed the test pilot. Not every Gene Roddenberry universe is like that. Remember Andromeda? Yeah, no, that's true, Hawk. That's true. I think a lot of people would use Gene Roddenberry as an example because he did personally believe in it, of a utopian future, or at least a future that isn't dystopian, I guess. He had hope for the future, and I think that's why he's kind of used as a cliched term for a nicer future, a Gene Roddenberry-like future. Okay, this will also be a critical turn, because I want to see if Alarielle is going to come out to meet me. If she's smart, she won't. Although, if she doesn't, how many turns until we starve you out? 6. Hell, in 6 turns, I could get Marathi over here to reinforce as well. Okay, let's see what she does. That game always ends with everyone turning on everyone in a 6-way war. Okay. Mini tankettes are mini tanks. Yeah, the hint was in the title. With 1 to 2 crew members. Mini tankettes. It sounds like a pastry. I believe I would go into a French patisserie and order a mini tankette. Although if it were in France, it would probably be pronounced tanquet. But yeah, it sounds like a French pastry. I think that's something delightful, possibly made of puff pastry with chocolate on it. I would like to eat a mini tankette, or tanquet, as the case may be. All right, what's going on in Fallen Gates? Hold on, whoa, what are you people doing down here? Is that Mazdamundi? I think that's Mazdamundi, and I think he's doing a thing. Just so long as he doesn't get eyes on Iron Spike or Sildra Tor. Which, even if he does, that's well walled up. Andromeda does not count as such a future considering how messed up the universe is. Yeah, again, I think... I don't think I'm the only one who would use a Gene Roddenberry future as kind of a cliche. Because that's what he personally believed in. He personally believed that, you know, in the future, we're all gonna kind of learn to get along. Hopefully, at least. Beyond Earth needed more civs. I get that all the countries combined, but they could have had more leaders from the nations or something, but it felt the same every time I played. I'd agree with that, too. It kind of felt the same. There wasn't a lot of replay value for me. I think I've played it twice, maybe 3 times. But there's not a lot of replay value. It's basically kind of the same every single time. Defeat Lord Mazdamundi in battle? No. Oh, we didn't do it. Thank you. Mission failed. Okay. Yes, you're right, game. I didn't do that. You're correct. And eliminate the following Lord in battle. Alarielle the Radiant. We failed just a little bit too late. We were working on it, game. We were working on it. All right. Alarielle has refused to come out to meet us. Do I leave her in there to starve? The answer is probably yes. Probably yes. Beyond Earth had some potential. Yeah, no, it absolutely did. It was close to being a really good game. And sometimes if I want to do a Civ game where... I mean, I say I've like, played it 2 or 3 times, but sometimes I'll just sort of half play it. I'll just start a game just for something to do for an hour or so. But it is very casual to play, so it's got that going for it. So it's not that I never, ever played it again after playing it a couple of times. It's just... I play it very, very casually, and I don't take it seriously. It's almost just like a little clicker for me. Like, yeah, I won the future. Yay. You should vote for my lobster dog for president. What is it, about 18 months till the next election? No, a little longer than that, almost 2 years. Yeah, you know what? Your lobster dog is probably better than what we're going to have, Euronymous. It's got to be better than whatever's going to be on the ticket. In my personal sci-fi thingy, most major powers... have their space navy, but are in a peace treaty, so basically one thing. TBH Civ BE, wow, there's a lot of letters there, feels weak because of how good the series it is. Yeah, I get it. I get it. When you stack it up against the other Civ games, it lacks. It's absolutely lacking. You're right. If that was an independent game, You know, with not the civilization name attached to it, I think people might have been more impressed by it. Although they would have said, hey, this is just a poorly done Civ clone. So, you know, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Morathi, you have one more turn on those Blackguard. Okay, good. Sabioth, you can still keep doing things, although now you're probably exhausted, aren't you? You're exhausted. Oh, you can't get in there anymore because you can't get into a siege city. Okay, you know what? That's fine. Just re-embed in Velatroth's army. Not Velatroth's army, actually. Sorry. Oh, God, Sabioth, you're so tiny. Come here. You're so tiny. There you are. Okay, Sabioth, let's try this again. Re-embed into Yastra's army. There you go. Good. And Yastra, while you're here, you should take the encampment stance, or the channeling stance, excuse me. That way you're still, make sure you got all your hit points, you're being replenished, and if you do get attacked, at least you'll have a bit of a defense. Alright, good enough. Morathi's got one turn. Anything, I've got some money kicking around. Anyone want me to build something around here? I'm spending money, civilization, here. If you want, oh, what do I need in Quintex? What do you think I want to build here? Do we have, oh, all sorts of things, because we're up to level 5. Sweet. What will the Sanctum of Quintex give me? 1,000 income. Holy moly. Well, it's actually only a 200 gold jump, but still. 1,000 income. 1,000. I really want to create my game, but also a mod for XCOM 1. Speaking of which, what's it? Xenonauts 2 is coming out way sooner than I thought. I thought there was a couple more years on that, but that's coming out next couple of months, I think. Looks really good. Jess, speaking of Jess, Xenonauts, I put a thing in the Discord, but just to further illuminate it, Xenonauts 2 basically looks like Enemy Unknown. So in the same way that Xenonauts copied XCOM, Microprose's XCOM, it looks like Xenonauts 2 is copying Enemy Unknown. The base creation, just from the screenshot that I saw, you could have copied and pasted that into Enemy Unknown. And this is not a complaint, by the way. I'm excited for that. Because if there's one thing Xenonauts has always done is just say, hey, look, XCOM's a great game. Let's just do it again. Let's just do exactly that again. In a just slightly tweaked universe where the Cold War never stopped, but that's a whole lore thing. Vol's Anvil, you could have another one of them. That's neat. I don't know that we actually need that. Yeah, check it out. And if you see the screenshot of the base design, I think you'll agree it's a copy-paste from Enemy Unknown. Again, not a complaint. Not a complaint. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited for it. But, you know, a copy-paste nonetheless. Give me... No, not Ice Rock. That's not where I want to be. Get me back to Quintex, please. Anything else I could be building here? Because it's going to take 12 damn turns for that Sanctum of Quintex. How much for the... Oh, the level 5 Dragon Hatchery only gets me dragons, which are grossly overrated. Xenonauts 2, Birdbrains. Xenonauts 2. Xenonauts 1 is brutal. Absolutely brutal. They just took the brutal part of Microprose's XCOM and said, hey, let's make it worse. It is such a tough game. And I'm sure, I have no doubt Xenonauts 2 will do exactly the same thing, but the look of it is great. It's a damn fine game. That's all. It's a damn fine game. You actually don't have the whole Den of Outlaws thing yet. Does that get me anything besides these silly shades that I don't really want that much? Oh, I could get you more walls. You're pretty protected, though, truth be told. You're pretty protective. Keep getting you Fork recall for XCOM the Bureau. Oh, you and I had a conversation about that. You played it. I didn't. You're the one who played it. I looked at that and said, no, I'm fine. That's fine. I don't really need that. Okay. Money thing would be great, and I'm sure this is probably growth, yep, and this is also public order and chaos corruption. Public order is totally 100% fine. Black roads, campaign movement range, not so much. Slave pens is also money. Well, good. Is there anything else that I'm going to need to build in the military side of things? Yeah, quite a bit, actually. Not that, though. What goes up after that? Cold One Dread Knights, that's fine. That's fine. Did you know with Bobcat, one idea for making space much more accessible to humanity is the orbital ring, which is basically a ring of cable spinning faster than orbital velocity to support a platform. Part 1 of 2. I will wait for part 2. Who lives up here? Oh, the Harganath Executioners. Yeah. Yeah, go have an assassin's den. If anything, it'll just get me more assassins. That's fine. Okay. Alarielle's very quiet, which is suspicious. She probably knows she's just all done. Okay, end that turn. Let's see what happens. Let's see what we do with that. It's a 2D builder game. Might release this summer. It's so bad, but it's also an experience. Yeah, that's a word for it, an experience. Now, I took one look at the reviews for that and said, no, I'm fine with that. I have too much love for the XCOM franchise to play that, so no. Alright, stuff going on up north that isn't really my problem. That's okay. And I'm still waiting for part 2 of Did You Know with Bobcat. I'm kind of glancing right here. Alarielle seems to be completely disinterested in coming out to meet me, which is totally fine. If she just wants to sit there and starve, that would be great. Bought it for crazy cheap. Yeah, no, I have no doubt that is crazy cheap in general, and then you catch it on a sale, it's probably 99 cents. Would you get in a space elevator? No, I did say no to the space gun. You're right about that. That was a hard no to the space gun. Space elevator, if there is not space elevator music, and I mean music, because it's a long elevator ride. You're going into space. So that's a very, very long elevator ride for music. So it depends what music is playing in the elevator. And can I be in the elevator alone? Because being in an elevator that long with other people, you kind of feel obliged to talk to them, but it's awkward, so you don't really want to, and they don't want to either, but they feel obliged to talk to you. So I just need some more defined parameters on the space elevator, please. I have been told about the Omega Space Gun, Jess. We had a actually rather rich and long discussion on the Omega Space Gun in yesterday's stream. Who is declaring war on me? Calidor? Okay, that's fine. I was probably going to war with you eventually anyway. You're a high elf. It's not like you're going to like me. And you're right down the street. So after we're done with Alarielle Arathond, if that is indeed your real name, we're probably coming gunning for you anyway, so you don't worry about declaring war on me. Well, that's totally okay. This platform would have cables hanging down to act like space elevators that don't need anywhere near the tensile strength of a full-scale space elevator. You were streaming with Panda. Oh, that's cool. Excellent. I'm sorry I missed that. I should figure out a third monitor thing so I can watch somebody else's stream while I'm streaming. Yeah, she's fun. I've watched her stream with Couch Mom, with CB, and they are really good together. They have a lot of fun together. I'm sure you did too, but I missed yours. I saw CB's one. Depending on who you talk to, space elevators can go from 10 miles an hour to hypersonic speed. I'm going to tell you right now, if it's 10 miles an hour, that's a heck of a long ride. That's a heck. You guys know how far space is away. I don't. How far away is space, Birdbrains and Bobcat? Because 10 miles an hour, I'm going to say that's a heck of a long elevator ride. We did Sadistic Handler speed up for Harpies, War Hydra, and Charybdis. Good. When War Hydra needs to charge into somebody, that'll work out better. How are you guys doing in White Peak here? Oh dear, it's only 4 turns until you start starving. What a pity. Marathi, why don't you start moving over here? And where's the closest beach? Because we need a beach to land on. If I wanted to send you... Wow, there's not a lot of beach property down here. Not a lot at all. Yeah, no, it's no problem that you missed it. You're rarely at the Friday stream, so it's don't worry about it. You got things to do too, like streaming with Panda. The Friday stream will last basically until I get a job that demands that I be there Fridays, which will probably be next month, I would assume. And then I'll just move the second stream to a different day. I'd still like to keep 2 streams up because I think it's a great way to kind of find some new viewers who just maybe haven't stumbled across the channel before. But I'll keep the Friday thing up for as long as I can. The Saturday thing is no problem. The Saturday thing is locked in, but the Friday one may change dates and times. I'm not sure. Yastra, you're fine right there. You don't need to move. Research. Yes, I love researching things. What would we like to research? Festivals, that is ward save up. That's kind of boring. Recruit rank up? No, not really. Income from iron mines, gold mines, and stone quarries up 15%, and income from slaves up 10%. Well, considering we just stole a gold mine from the High Elves, I think that would be valuable. Let's go ahead and lock that guy in. Cool. All right, Marathi's almost here. She can kind of guard Tor Anrock, just in case. Because there's like a whole bunch of people who want to kill us. Lothern has not a small amount. Wow, they are wrapped all the way around here. Lothern's got a lot of property. Okay. Well, I knew Ulthuan was going to be a tough nut to crack, but we're going to crack it nonetheless. All right, Alariel, what have you got? Are you going to sit there and starve? Because I'm okay with that. Birdbrains is going to lurk for a bit, no problem. Lurking is totally acceptable. It's all good stuff. It's all good. And Jess wishes you happy lurking. We all do, really. We all wish you happy lurking. That's a hot mess going down there in White Peak. There's all sorts of agents and armies down there. I'm not even sure who's in there anymore. And Nagarond. We're at peace with Nagarond right now. They're just sort of fussing around up here. I see they are kind of dealing with the Skaven. Sort of. Which would be great. I have no interest in going to war with the Skaven. They're a pain in the butt to fight. They're so fussy. They're also a pain in the butt to be. I mean, when the AI is playing the Skaven just wreck you. And when you're playing the Skaven, you're just weak and ineffectual. Well, it could possibly be the way I just play it. I'm just not very good at the Skaven. Much better at the Elves. Dark Elves and High Elves, no real problems. Did you know with Bobcat, the Space Fountain is a far more terrifying notion for getting into space? It involves firing a particle accelerator at an ablative plate under your spacecraft to lift it into orbit. No. Just no, Bobcat. Hard no, definite no, not coming to that party, not bringing a gift. Ain't gonna happen. I don't want a particle accelerator effectively under my butt shooting things anywhere. No. Hard no. No interest. And Jess would not do that either. She may not have been as emphatic as I am about it, but I'm just going with a hard no. I will consider the space elevator if there is no space elevator Muzak, and I can be in the space elevator by myself, because at 10 miles an hour, that's a really long ride. I am putting a hard no on the Omega Space Gun, because it's actually got the word gun in the title. Like, you actually said, this is a gun, and we would like to transport you with this gun. So no, and definitely a hard no on the old particle accelerator there. Not gonna happen. Yeah. All right. Polsk, what is the water-bending rocks thing? You've put that in several times. Should I be saying something about this? Clan Naw has been destroyed. I'm okay with that. There's more raiding. That's fine, too. Sabioth, are you still in here somewhere? You're in here somewhere. Yeah, there you are. Can you go kill this thing? You can assassinate for 69%. Yeah, go for it. Success. Yeah, get that guy out of here. Get that guy out of here. Jess will do the space elevator if there's Netflix and you're in control of the Netflix. 6 hours of soft jazz. I'm going to tell you, Bobcat, that's 7 hours more soft jazz than I want. I know what waterbending is, but I'm also confused. If chat dies for a bit, you say waterbending rocks. Okay. Fine. That's 100% fine. Marathi's here. Go move into Toranrock. Yeah, go hang out there. And we actually may want to raise an army just to deal with that raiding, because that's a bit of a hit on our economy. That's you, Galak Bloodgorge. What if I just put... Who's here? Who could I recruit? See, if I recruit people, I have to deal with a loyalty issue with them. And they're not going to do much around here, truth be told. So, no, I'm not going to recruit a new lord right now until I have more of a plan. How many more turns until... 3 turns until you guys start starving. Good. Good, good, good. I could lay siege to the Eagle Gate, but I'd rather have 2 armies to do that, because that would give me... I'd say, well, it will give me a path to move into the interior of Ulthuan. That's what a gate means. That's how gates work. But I'd rather wrap around the ring to eventually be at the front door of Lothern. Because if that's being on the inside and the outside of the ring at the same time is just too exposed. That's all it is. I kind of like the launching lasers idea to get into space. Okay, you know what, Bobcat, you're free to get into space any damn way you want. I'm taking the elevator. Not the same elevator that Jess is taking, because her Netflix choices and mine may be completely different. And as much as I like Jess, I think 6 hours in an elevator together will drive any 2 people insane. That's just unacceptable for anyone. I don't care how well we get along. 6 hours in one elevator with smooth jazz, somebody ain't coming out of that elevator. All of a sudden, that just turned into Thunderdome. 2 people enter the elevator, 1 person leaves. It's similar to the Space Fountain, only it's just light and mirrors for a launching system. Okay. You are free to get into space however you want. Don't put me in an elevator. That's a lot of Dave time, Jess, is what I'm saying. I'm saying like Mrs. Dave probably doesn't want to be in an elevator with me for 6 hours. You know, as much as you and I get along and we've known each other for a little while, I think you and I would both agree, let's just not be in an elevator with smooth jazz for 6 hours. Yeah, she doesn't. See, she absolutely doesn't. Nobody wants to be in an elevator with anyone for 6 hours. It's 6 hours you clearly haven't flown internationally. I have flown internationally many, many times, Birdbrains. I go back and forth to England and Ireland more times than I can actually remember, so I've flown internationally frequently. And the thing is, an elevator is not a plane. I don't like traveling by plane either, Birdbrains, to be honest, and Mrs. Dave will confirm that. I don't like traveling by plane. It's just an awful, awful way to travel. It's terrible. It's cramped. It's tight. People are just awful. But better that than an elevator. Yeah, see, she'll confirm that I don't like traveling by plane. I'll do it. I'll absolutely do it, because it's the fastest way to get from A to B. But I don't enjoy it. It's not a pleasant way. It's not that I'm scared of flying. I have no fear of flying. It's just a really unpleasant way to travel. It's just not comfortable in any stretch of the imagination. And it's only getting worse. I am old enough where I remember that airplane travel was not quite as awful as it is right now, but it's more cramped, more crowded, more awful than it was, you know, when I started flying way back then. Unassigned skill points. Is that Sabioth again? It sure is. Gosh, we love Sabioth. Oh, yeah, it was a good entrance. No lie there, Jess. Good entrance indeed. Okay, Sabioth, just keep up with the scavenge thing. That's just more money. Haven't flown Ryanair. Okay, I don't know Ryanair. I am old enough that I flew People's Express, if you remember that airline. I don't honestly know that there's anyone in chat who's old enough that remembers People's Express. But that was the first bargain basement discount airline, and it showed. The first time I flew People's Express, we sat on the runway for 3 hours because they legitimately, truthfully, just forgot to fuel the plane. And the captain told us that, like, whoop! Totally forgot to put any fuel in this plane. We're going to be here a while, guys. So, yeah, Jess has a fear of flying. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any fear of it. I just really don't enjoy it. It's horrible. They took one of the toilets, so there's only one, and you have to queue for 5 minutes. That sounds like every other plane I've been on, Birdbrains. In fact, a 5-minute queue for the toilet, that would be quick. I would consider that a win. 25% of airlines that exist don't have a drama behind them. Okay, like there's a theater company right behind the plane, because I just got more interested in airline travel. And once you're on the orbital ring 10 miles above the surface, you can get into the spacecraft that would use the loop as a runway, like a plane. Fair enough. And lasers shoot you places. End this turn, because we're getting to the point where we are almost starving out Alariel. And I'm really, really keen on that. She deserves it, because she came and attacked us. I would say unnecessarily, but we did launch an invasion of her country. So it wasn't exactly unnecessary. It was very necessary that she attacked us, so, you know, we stopped invading her country. Can you take an Uber to space? I'll bet you Elon Musk is working on something like that. Space Uber. Yeah, I just need a quick lift to SETI Alpha 5 or something. Drama as in controversy. Okay. Fair enough. You know, in all due defense of the airline industry, I'm sure the expenses in running an airline are just catastrophic. They're just numbers that we can't even fathom. And we complain about the price of airline tickets, and I can't even imagine how much it takes just to get one plane in the air at any point. So we moan about, you know, oh, it's just horrible. They're cutting this and cutting that. I can't even imagine how much it takes to get an airplane in the sky. Every time you say keen on that, I do a double-handed finger point at the screen. I never thought of that. Yes. I never thought that might, like the JK thing, that might, you know, have you sit up and take notice, as it were. Alariel seems, again, disinterested in coming out to meet my armies. That is smart. I will wreck her. Even though the game is saying it's a balanced fight, I don't believe that. Yeah, we really got to do something about that raiding in Val's Anvil. That's just not getting any better. Exactly, the insurance alone. Just the insurance. How much does it cost to fuel a plane? Apparently, People's Express don't know because they often didn't do it. But, you know, go fill up your car at the gas station and then make it a plane. How much money could it possibly take just to top off the tank if you're an airplane? He planned to use the BFR for international travel, so my Hong Kong would take about an hour. Ireland to Hong Kong in an hour? Damn, that's pretty righteous. I'd be okay with that if I could go places really, really quickly in a plane. That would make life a lot more fun in terms of travel. White Peak, you have how long? 2 turns until you run out of supplies. Alright. I think we have to, at bare minimum, put together like a temporary army to deal with this raiding, because this is not getting any better. So who here has got semi-decent loyalty? Oh, you do. Sotherta, 4 to 9. Jayadress, 4 to 9. And you're confident that means leadership +2. You're determined, that's leadership +3, and you're immune to psychology. Sotherta, you're in. Hired. And go live in Val's Anvil and start recruiting sort of now. You're probably not going to have an awesome military infrastructure here, but we'll see. The insurance and regulations must be a nightmare. I'm not sure there's an industry that's changed more. Yeah, you're right. I believe you're exactly right. I can't even imagine how much the industry has changed over the last, you know, whatever. Well, since 9/11. So almost 20-ish years. Oh, actually, you've got more here than I thought. Not a lot more, but enough to get the job done, probably. Not really. Why don't you have global recruitment? Why do you not have global recruitment unavailable? And are there? Nope, there are no regiments of renown available. Okay, let's just start with some fundamentals here. Get me 3 of them. 3 spearmen. They're not great, but they'll do the job. And while we're here, any good heroes we might want to recruit? Not from this area. Okay, don't have the infrastructure in place. That's fine. Immune to psychology, there's a joke about Scientology in there somewhere. Yeah, no doubt. Well, you know what? Scientology jokes just kind of write themselves, really, don't they? Jess will be right back. We will see you in a bit. Yeah, there's no shortage of Scientology jokes, period. I think they just kind of happen organically. Are we? No, I know the Lord isn't moved. That's fine. Oh, hero not moved. Yeah, you could actually re-embed Yastra. Yeah, go back into Velatroth's army. That's fine. And, oops, I put you in the wrong army. Oops. Can you re-embed there? Yes, there you go. Okay, so do that next turn. That'll be fine. No problem. And another agent from Lothern coming in. Okay. We could probably cope with that. I think Marathi's got an agent in her. Oh, yeah, she has Sarah. Sarah must be able to do something to that agent. I don't think she can assassinate, but she can wound. That's a promising beginning. And what's going on up here in the north? Ah, Clan Rictus, what are you doing lately? Do you have any issues with Nagarond? Please say yes. Oh, you do. You're actually at war with them. Super. Good. Be at war with them, because that means you're not at war with me, and you're probably too busy to come down and start sniffing around my territory. I only tell organic jokes because I can charge more for them. Yes, I go into Trader Joe's and Whole Foods for your organic jokes. So it's even faster than Galway to Hong Kong. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Oh, New York to Hong Kong. I get it. New York to Hong Kong is a very, very long way away. Yeah, that's a very far distance. And, oh, Calidor's coming up to say hi. That's great, because I've got an assassin named Sabioth with your name on it. Sabioth will deal with you just fine. Don't you worry about that. And you are... Who are you? Are you Claire Carond? Yeah, you are Claire Carond. Okay. We like you. Well, you like us, and that's the important part. I'm largely indifferent to you, but we're at peace with you, so that'll be fine. Northern border's still under control, and by under control I mean lots of things are going on, but they're not my problem. My problem is on Ulthuan. And Alariel is so close to starving. Yeah, I know there's raiding. We're working on building an army up there. It's not going to be a very good army. I will likely dismantle it when I'm done, but we're working on it. And do I have... I don't even have artillery in here. Oof. This army's going to be grim. But I'll take one of those and a couple of dark shards. Sure. Eventually we'll get this army up to snuff. Actually, what's in his army? That would be a good question. What's in his army? He has... Welcome back, Jess. Actually, he does not have that much at all. Okay, we'll be able to cope with that very soon. Very, very soon. But we kind of need to do that because our income is going down. Sabioth, I know I keep embedding and then unembedding you, but where are you today? You're there. Okay. Actually, maybe I should get this one to Helenor. What's your chance, Helenor? 40. Okay. What's Sabioth's chance? Probably a lot higher. Yeah, 94. Yeah, 94. And no chance of you being wounded. Go for it. Garlic is better than anything. Jess, you're 100% correct. Yeah, I will eat virtually anything if it's got garlic on it. Yeah, he's assassinated. He's all done. Sabioth probably gets yet more experience. I think Sabioth is the most experienced thing in this game right now. Marathi, is there anything you'd like to do while you're here? Like, your wizard here, Sarah. What are your chances against this guy? 58? Yeah, sure, it's only a 2% chance of critical failure. Go for it. Get you some experience. There you go. You got a success. Ellison's out of the game for 4 turns. Good job. Well done, Sarah. Lord not moved, that's fine. Unassigned skill points. No surprise. It's Sabioth again. What's up here? Ward of Cain. Missile resistance down. That's cool. Leadership up 25. That is darn good. Ammunition up. Reload time down. Okay, well, reload time down just means a flat DPS increase. So there's that. And Polsk is back with the water-bending rocks. Maybe mix it up, Polsk. Maybe, like, if you're trying to fill a dead moment in chat, maybe just, I don't know, have a list. Randomize it. You do be the RNG. You have exactly 1 turn before you start starving. Good. What's beyond this? Torsethi. What have you got going on today? You have walls. Wow. Didn't see that coming. Level 3 settlement with walls. A decent garrison. Because you have walls. Okay, that will be fine. That will be just fine. No problem with that. We'll get that done. Is it worth going up against one of the gates? Would provide me with pretty easy access. No. No. Sarah, you rock spend water. See, Bobcat's back. There you go. There it is. Switch it up a bit. There you go, Pulse. I'm saying you're better than this. You're better than repetitive. Switch it up a little bit. What could you be doing better? Wounding. There you go. You already did it once. Why not get better at it? End that turn, please. And let's see what's going to happen next. If Alarielle comes out this turn, I'd be shocked. My experience with the AI is they're either coming out or they won't. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if she started suing for peace. The AI is not that stupid. They know when they're going up against 2 full-stack armies. It would not surprise me if Alarielle start begging for peace. She's not getting it. I mean, let's be very clear here. We're going to crush her underfoot because I want that city. I'm just a bit of a completionist. I have one half of the province. I want the other one. So, you know, she's not getting peace, but she can ask. We've beaten her once, and she has less of an army now. Alyssa. Okay, you're Claire Carond. That's cool. You wouldn't want to come down and deal with these raiders for me, would you? Save me the trouble of building an army? Because building an army takes a while. At least up north, because we don't have a good military infrastructure up there. No, okay, never mind. Maybe I can try and set a war coordinate with you. Yeah, there he is. He's just kind of bumbling off in the other direction now. Yeah, towards Hag Hall. That's great, fine. Hag Hall is well defended, and he's... Technically, we're not at war with him. I know there's raiding. I'm going back over there now to keep beefing up the army game. Relax. Although we're kind of getting a little shy on the old money situation. Give me one of those guys... One more Dark Shard, and... how armored are you? How armored are you? The answer is not very much. Okay, so armor piercing we don't necessarily need, per se. So just give me... Got one Dark Shard and one sword coming. Give me another sword. Yeah, just give me another sword. That's fine. Lord Not Move, that'll be Yastra. You are now starving. Good. And where did Sarah go? Sarah, why don't you, I don't know, just gain some experience. Yeah, go steal technology. See what happens. Did you know with Bobcat, the U.S. Air Force One planned to use a, steal technology failure. That's fine. You'll still get experience for it. Modified 747 to make a flying aircraft carrier. Isn't that kind of redundant? Unfortunately, like countless similar projects, it didn't work very well. Why do you need a flying aircraft carrier? You're already in a plane. Why do you need to strap a plane to the plane? Welcome, Lionel. Lionel is late. I'm just happy Lionel's here. That's fine. Okay, somebody needs to explain why you need a plane with a plane strapped to it, because that seems unnecessary. I'm not a military-minded person, but that seems wholly unnecessary. Wholly unnecessary. Well, it is that, Jess. You're right. It is that. Lionel is also not confirming that I ain't Jeff Goldblum. So Lionel is not confirming that you're not Jeff Goldblum. Therefore, because you're using a double negative, he is confirming that you are Jeff Goldblum. That's how that works. Little planes have greater range if they get a lift part of the way. Fair enough. But how many planes can you strap to a 747? I'm going to guess one. So, seems to be just the regular aircraft carrier might be a smarter move there. I suppose if you're landlocked, an aircraft carrier doesn't do you any good, but what do I know? Hero Not Move. That's Sabioth again. I mean, you've got all the experience you need, Sabioth. Why don't you just re-embed until somebody else turns up that you need to murder. Oh, shoot, you missed someone, actually. There's someone down there in the fog. Oh, no, that's just, what's her name, Alarielle. That's fine. She can stay there. It's meant for quick deployment until the real carriers can get there. It's like the Avenger in XCOM 2. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And apparently Birdbrains already did that fact. Oh, dear. Lord Mazdamundi has declared war on me. Why? I don't want war with you. I have no interest in war with you. You're in a part of the world that I don't even want to live in because it's uninhabitable to me. Oh, now I might have to pull one of the armies off of Ulthuan just to protect that. He'll eventually sue for peace because he'll realize this is futile. But, ugh, that's a pain in the butt. And the B-29-based flying aircraft carrier, nope, apparently Birdbrains did the 747. I remember the one about the Guppy thing. Naked Guppy, belligerent guppy, I don't know. It was something about a fish. Count Noctilus, Dreadfleet, excuse me, not the Dreadfeet. Dreadfeet is a race of really, really militant, nasty hobbits. But the Dreadfleet wants a non-aggression pact. Okay, I'm totally okay with that. Not even sure where you are, but that's fine. And Jess is going to start doing facts too. Well, good, we'll have a very knowledgeable chat. A pregnant guppy, there we go. I knew it was something about a guppy, invisible guppy, raspberry guppy, I don't know. I also mentioned that the C-130 carrier that the Air Force were planning to build. So I think Birdbrains and Bobcat probably A, need to coordinate their facts. B, probably need to start keeping a list so they know what facts they've done. Because I think Bobcat duplicated a fact maybe last week. I don't remember. But there was something you came up with where I was sworn up and down. SWFWJ, I only know the Jess. With Jess, in the opening fight in Episode 3, someone said this fight has everything but the kitchen sink, so the visual effects team added a sink. Where? So one piece of rubble is in fact a sink. Oh, I gotta go look at that. That's funny. That's good. Oh, Star Wars fact with Jess. I got it. Star Wars fact with Jess. I figured it out. Why would it be a different fact? Those are the facts I look to you for. That's good. I gotta kind of check that out again. I do like Episode 3. A lot of people dismiss the prequels, but they have their charm. They actually get better with repeated viewing. Alright, Yastra is having a loyalty crisis. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take loyalty +2. What are the Boots of Brachus? They're nice, but they're not worth giving up 5 loyalty. Send you a screenshot in the Discord. Yeah, do that. Cool. Off with his head, +2 loyalty for Yastra. Now, you guys should be getting... yeah, now you're getting wrecked. Now you're just getting wrecked, Ilariel. Maybe give you... well, what does the game think? The game think I can walk in here? Not yet. Fine, keep encircling. Keep encircling. Yeah, no, I got it, Lionel. I got it. I got it. And surprisingly, I actually got it before you told me it. That's new. Marathi, I think... well, we're going to have White Peak next turn. There's no question of that. We could probably... well, we could have it right now. So start heading back to the Moon Shard. Because now that Mazdamundi's declared war, he actually has more than a few cities around here. Okay, yeah, start heading back, Marathi, to, well, this sort of general area, really. Just this general area. Because now I got to protect my southern border. That's a pain in the butt. Yeah, wow, they've made some moves down here. Yeah, see location of interest. We're in March mode. I can't do anything about that. They've made some moves down here. And I don't even want this territory. This territory is useless to me. It's not useless. That's an exaggeration. But it would be kind of a pain to build down here. Maybe take the Fallen Gates. But I'd still be vulnerable from the Ziggurat of Dawn. Polsk is leaving, but he might be back in about an hour. Okay. If we're still here, then we will see you then. The Ziggurat of Dawn, there's a beach right here. They could just launch something directly across the harbor. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll see what he does. Possibly just putting an army down there might sort of temporarily deter him. And you are getting an army together. That is good. Why don't you get a Dark Rider and maybe one more each of those. And then next time, I think you'll be in a decent shape to start taking out those raiders. All right. Get me back to Quintex, please. Because I've got some money. I have some money. Oh, yeah. Get the Harganath Executioners. That's going to take all my money. But there it is. Actually, speaking of money, anything money-wise we could be doing here? 150, 225, 300. You know what, sure. I think I can actually afford both. Yeah, good. Get that up there. Get the Harganath Executioners and get a little tiny bit more money involved here. Lord not move, that's fine. Unassigned skill points, who? Marathi? What have you done lately? You're just in a boat. Ooh, gosh, you got so many things. So many things. What's up here? Melee attack up for Shades and Dark Riders. Melee up, melee defense up. Public order up. Wow. +5. Enemy leadership -10. Wow, that's really good. And chaos corruption up. Yeah, let's take Shroud of Despair. Those are all good little things to have going on in the area. We will definitely take that. And more unassigned skill points. Yastra. Oh yeah, right, we just got you a whole bunch of experience for just doing a little choose-your-own-adventure. What have you got down here? Casualties after battle, recruitment costs down, income from raiding up. We don't really do a lot of raiding. I will take... Let's start beefing up your army, actually, and let's put something into your... yeah, put something into your military. Let's start beefing up your troops a little bit. That seems good. Hero not move. That is... Oh yeah, Sarah, you're still kicking around over here. Anyone you could assassinate or wound or do anything at all to? Just do your steel technology thing again. Just try and get you some experience. There we go. You succeeded. I don't even really know what that means, but we did it. And you get an experience point for that. Super. Put that into specialist. Yeah, just a flat boost to all of your skills. Cool. All right. And this turn... Oh, wait. What's Lothern doing? Okay, that's just an agent. That's just an agent. That's fine. Failed to assassinate Sarah. Good. Sarah can have a poke at him the next time. And back up in the north, again, not wicked concerned about the north, except for that little raiding troop. Now I'm concerned about the south. Now I need to know what Mazdamundi's going to do, because why did you declare war on me? I don't have anything you want, you don't have anything I want. I can't live in your land, you can't live in mine. Not successfully anyway. So why are we at war, Mazdamundi? Maybe I'll just try and sue for peace with him, just to get him done. Somewhat demoralizing to have to sue for peace with a lizard, but, you know. Oh, Dreadfleet. Cool. What do you want? You want a defensive alliance? Yeah, sure, why not? You want to come down and kick some elf butt? Because we're doing that right now. It's totally a thing that's happening. And the rats, that's still Clan Rictus, right? Yeah, nothing seems to be going on up here. Everyone's just sort of wandering around, not fighting each other. It's very un-Warhammery-like. I mean, the name of the game is Total War, and these guys seem to be doing not much of anything in the war side of things. Alright, you're Claire Caron, that's fine. And you're kind of taking a poke at Nagaron. Also, okay, I have no beef with either of you. In fact, I think you both basically like me. I should go through my trade agreements. Star Wars fact with Jess. Some of the asteroids in the background of the asteroids chasing the Empire Strikes Back are potatoes. Good. You know what? Somehow that pleases me. They should be... you know, now that you've just said it out loud, so to speak, I've kind of always known that in the back of my mind. Now that you've said it, I think I've always maybe thought that. Oh yeah, if anyone wants to do Navy facts, yes, we're kind of lacking in those. Got space and, well, got a lot of tank stuff and plane stuff. Sarah, where are you in there? Where are you? No, that's the other one. There we go. Can you do anything to assassinate this guy? Not with any degree of skill. Okay, why don't you start heading down here and you can meet up with everyone else, because we're about to just walk into White Peak. Yeah, there we go. You're all done, Ilariel. You are 100% all done. Bye! Bye. Yep, you're done. 0 left. Oh, did we actually wound Ilariel? Yeah, I will actually take all of that money and those slaves and that replenishment. Elysian was killed. We got a war banner. That's good. Jess is wearing a navy blue shirt. Also good. Birdbrains does tanks and planes because War Thunder. And Tyrannoc has been secured. Yes, it has. And you, can you get back to Tor and Rock? say, in March mode. Actually, can you do it in normal mode? Yeah, you can. Just go back to Toranrock. Excellent. Everyone's done a thing. Super. Where's Sabioth lately? Sabioth's there. Sabioth, you're kind of in the wrong army. I actually need you to go... No. You don't do what I told you to just do. Sabioth, you go over there. Yes. Eventually, you will. You've kind of used up all your movement points, but eventually you'll get over there. Alright. We've got we've got Tyrannok, which is great. That's super. We could do a thing. How's our corruption here? Going up nicely. That's going up very, very nicely. Income from slaves up. This place is already producing a good amount of money. And growth up. Yeah, probably yes on that. Tax rate up, public order up. Our public order is stupidly good and will only get even better next turn when that minus 20 goes away. All right, give me the growth and slave income up. That seems good. Give me that one. And Lord Not Moved. Who? Oh, Marathi. Right. Right. I have a mission for you. Get all the way down to Sildra Tor if you can. I think you're going to be just shy of it. But get in that area and just sort of warn off Mazda Mundi. Just sort of remind him that we exist, please. And all sorts of things we can be building down here. I'm going to come back to that in a sec. What I'd like to do, a 13 stack army, you have a... Oh, yeah, you're going to go down. I say that, you might not, but let's try and deal with this guy. Yes, it's an active war. He's been raiding me for like 10 turns. And now you're also at war with Claur Carond, which is the territory that you're heading in. How's that going to work out for you? Yeah, we'll take these guys on. I think I can do a little better than this. The game is saying it's mostly even. I think we can do better than that. Let's just go ahead and fight them face to face. We haven't done a battle yet this stream. And let's see if we can just kill some beastmen. A couple of them are already badly injured. It looks like they only have one missile infantry that I can see. Unless those guys have some sort of missiles that I'm not aware of. Cool. This should be relatively no problem. Even their leader's banged up. Although Sothertah here is only level 1. That's not going to work out so well. Well, we'll do the best we can with it. It'll be fine. It'll be totally, totally fine. And what else do you have here? Mostly Minotaurs. Half your army is Minotaurs. They're tanky, but they have not much in the way of armor. So we should be able to get through this without too much difficulty. Except, wait, we're in a river. We're in a freaking river. Why are we deployed in a river? I have put more than a few hours into Total War Warhammer 2. I've never been deployed in a river before. Well, you know what, everybody? How about we get on the other side of the river? How about we don't live in a river? Why are we living in a river? Just that. I've never seen that deployment before. You, and you. This should be fairly straightforward. So you guys just hang out here. Shoot anything that comes your way. Cavalry, just be off to the side. Just kind of hang out over there. I will call you if I need you. You guys might be a little bit of a surprise force over here. Put my spears right up front to meet them. Couple of swords on the side. And you and the leader can go over here. Actually, you come over here. Just be sort of centrally located here. Okay, now that we're not in a river, let's have a battle. Now, why in a river? Did you think I was going to march uphill to these guys? The only problem is I don't have any artillery. And they're on the defensive, so they can theoretically just stand there and make me cross the river. Because they're not obliged to move. They don't have to. I have to go to meet them. So they might do that. What's the range on my crossbows? Not much. Not a heck of a lot. I bet it's not going to go well if I try and send a horse over through the river. Are they just going to... Let's speed it up a little bit here. I just want to see if they're going to come over to me. That's all I want. Just want to see if they're going to come hang out, or if they're just going to drop on top of that hill, which, frankly, would be a fairly sensible move. They would not be stupid if they did that. You, horsies, just face the right way, please. Start your engagement by facing in the right direction. That'd be good. Are you coming down the hill? Looks like you are. Looks like you're moving in to engage. You're not. You can't be that far away from my crossbows at this point. Okay. Even if they don't, I can stand on one side of the river and pelt them with crossbows if necessary. I don't think it's going to be necessary. And I want to get this crossbow a little bit more stretched out because I don't think we've got a good shot on these guys coming in. Okay, it's all going to be fine. Everything's going to be 100% fine. Where's their leader? Right there. That's fine. The whole damn camp of them are almost in crossbow range. Go ahead and just start... Well, not yet, because I don't want you in the water. But go ahead and just start sort of peppering those minotaurs now. Now that they're coming into range. Speaking of range, everything else should be firing momentarily. Yep, there we go. There we go. Everyone's getting peppered with crossbow bolts. Perfect. And their leader is kind of hanging out at the back. Yeah, they have one missile infantry, which I'm not even super concerned about. All of these guys... Boy, those minotaurs charge quickly. Wow, that's an impressive charge. It's not nothing. They actually did some damage to us there. You get in with them. Here comes the leader. You, brand new guy that I just hired. Oh, you're a missile guy. Interesting. Okay. Why don't you stop firing on them because they're already broken. Start firing on the leader. Well, I don't have the high ground, Jess. That's the problem. They had the high ground. I got deployed in a river. I don't know what Obi-Wan says about river, but it's probably not good, considering how much he loves the high ground. Okay, crossbows, shoot the bows. Just deal with that, please. You are attacking that. That's good. Yeah, this battle's basically done. This battle is effectively over. He's going to flee. He's broken. The only thing going on over here is this one last group of spearmen and these guys, and they're about to go down. Minotaurs charging through the water. Wow, they're tanks. They're just powerhouse charges. I mean, I know that about Minotaurs. That's kind of their whole thing, is they have a really strong charge, but see it in action. Those guys are just blazing through here. I mean, they're all broken and they're all dead, but dang, it's good to look at. Why did they come to you then? I don't know, Jess, actually. I don't know. It might be just the Beastmen faction, because they're sort of chaotic and they're not bright, you know, from a lore perspective. They're a horde race. So there might be something in the AI that says, you know, they're just going to charge at you because they're basically barbarians and they don't know any better. If that was a Dark Elf faction, they probably would have hung out up there and made me come to them, and that would have been a little bit sticky. But I don't know the exact answer to that question, but they were not obliged to. If they're on the defensive, they can sit there. You must engage them. That's where your artillery comes into place. You just sit there and pepper them with big rocks. Yeah, decisive victory, I'm not surprised. Although, actually, I lost 77. So those Minotaurs. That's where that came in. But we destroyed half of their army. Half of their army is gone, and we took out one unit completely. And we'll take some in slaves. That'll be good, and that'll get our replenishment up. And then we're just basically going to chase them off. In fact, can I... Oh, not quite. Can't quite get to you again. That's fine. With that replenishment, we're basically up to strength. That is all fine. Marathi, did I move you this turn or not? I don't actually remember. No, you already moved. Okay. And are you in Sildrator? Are you actually garrisoned? No, you're still in March. You're not garrisoned yet. Well, you're close enough. You're totally close enough. Okay. White Peak. I need to repair your building. Do that. And, what else could I build here? Not much. Got that gold mine kicking along. 1,200 a turn just off that one building. That's a little crazy. But now I'm down to only 2 armies over here. I'd like to have more, truth be told. I'd rather have more armies than that. But I think next turn, Velatroth will be mostly healed. Mostly healed. How does one win this game? That's a great question, Jess. You got 2... thank you for asking that question, because I'm not 100% sure I know the answer to it myself. You got 2 campaigns. There's the Eye of the Vortex, which has a very clear victory condition. You activate the Eye of the Vortex, you fight off an army at the end of the game, and it's more... almost, I'd almost say it's more boss battle based in Eye of the Vortex campaign. This is the Vortex over here, by the way. We're in the Mortal Empires campaign, though, which is just basically... it's almost a sandbox mode. I mean, it's not. There are victory conditions, but it's basically kind of a sandbox version of the game. I love it. I absolutely love it. But let's go ahead and look at our victory conditions, Jess. Now that you've mentioned it, let's look at our victory conditions. So, the long campaign victory. And let's just go for the most important word here. Long. We would have to control all provinces of Ulthuan, either by direct ownership or through vassals. Well, we've got 2 of them now. We've got 2. And, you thought that was it. And control any 17 of the following settlements. And then it's just like all the settlements in the world. And P.S., I'm looking at this map now, or this list now. A vast portion of them are in a continent we haven't even reached yet. So, we've got to get 17 out of all these. Castle Drakenhof. Okay, we're here in Ulthuan. Castle Drakenhof is, let me see, somewhere up here, I believe. So somewhere way up there is Castle Drakenhof. I actually just took it in another campaign I'm doing last night. But, Galleon's Graveyard, we just made peace with them. Maintain 5 Black Arcs. Destroy the following factions, which is effectively everyone else. It's not. That's not a complete list of all the factions on the world right now. But it's the big ones. It's the major factions. Capture 25,000 battle captives. Construct a Dark Covenant of Sorcery. And continue to expand your territory. So, how do you win? You basically have to do everything. I've never technically won a Mortal Empires campaign, because it's so long. It might take me years, and I'm too much of a serial re-roller to do that. So I've taken huge swaths of the planet in a Dark Elf campaign. I've taken all of this, all of the peaks, all of the Doomglades, all of that. I've taken all of Ulthuan. At that point, you basically own like half the planet, and I've just, okay, I'm done now. I'm calling it done. I have my own victory conditions, Jess, which are, yeah, I'm done with this now. I'm totally done with this. Oh, Sarah, we didn't move you. I'm sorry. Would you like to go somewhere? Why don't you embed into this army? Go over there. So hopefully that answered your question, Jess, which is how do you win this game? You do all the things. Everything. If you can think of it, it's probably a victory condition. Velatroth. Okay. You're starting to... well, I was going to say you're starting to get up there. You're level 5. It's not that big a deal. But why don't you also get more casualties post-battle? Because that's just more money. Oh, no, yes, Polsk, it's okay. Jess asked a question and I answered it in my usual long-winded manner. Who else has unassigned skill points? Oh, Helenor. All right. Fair enough. Why don't you replenish troops? That's a grossly underrated skill that I don't remember to take as often as I should. And who else? Basically everyone who was just involved with taking White Peak and dealing with those raiders. So, oh, Sothrata, you have 1 skill point at level 2. Yay! Good job. I'm probably going to disband your army, Sotrath. It's not personal, it's just you're costing me a lot of money, and I pretty much only generated that army to deal with those raiders. So, oh, okay, another Lothern agent is coming in. I would it's not gonna happen today, but I really want to get around the corner and actually take Lothern proper, the city of Lothern, for a number of reasons. One, it's the High Elf capital, and it's a personally rewarding thing to crush the High Elf capital. 2, it makes stupid money, crazy money. And did you know with Bobcat, artillery engineer Gerald Bull once attempted to build a space cannon in Iraq called Project Babylon. Project was started in 1988 and just was supposed to be being super productive, terrible headache, and lost most of the day. That's okay. Mrs. Dave and I spent most of the day on the couch. We didn't really. I spent. You were trying to be super productive and you didn't manage it. I didn't even try. I just sat on the couch and watched a marathon of Ancient Aliens. It was great. That's exactly how my day went. I basically got up and sat around waiting for it to be 4 o'clock, and in the meantime watched a marathon of Ancient Aliens. You are... I can't even pronounce your name, and you're already gone. Karan Carr. How many allies do I have up here? Well, you, now, defensive alliance. Not a military alliance, but a defensive alliance. Exactly, Jess knows what I'm talking about. Nothing quite like an Ancient Aliens marathon. I like the fact they do it Friday and Saturday. So it's basically like 48 hours of Ancient Aliens if you're willing to commit. Somebody secured influence. That is so unimportant. That benefits you but doesn't hurt me. The Ripperhorn tribe. Oh, you guys stumbled into somebody else. Okay, cool. Well, then I don't need to have this army keep chasing people. I think, unfortunately, Sothrata, we're probably just going to go ahead and disband this entire army because you cost a lot of money and I could be putting that money into something better. So, sorry, all your guys are going away and you are going away. Very, very sorry. Yep, your army is gone. Maybe you'll come back at some point. Maybe you'll come back. Gerald Bull was assassinated in 1990, ending the project. His space gun, again with the space guns. Why is everyone trying to make a space gun? Was disassembled after the First Gulf War, and pieces of it are on display in the artillery museums around the world. Why is everyone trying to get down with a space gun? Why is this a necessary thing that we need? Why are you still in March mode? I want you to go into... Alright, stop being in March mode. How about that? How about we start with you stopping being in... That's weird. Why can you not get into Sildrator? Are you technically already in there? Maybe you are. I don't know. Well, that's fine. Just live there. It's totally cool. Just do what you're doing, Marathi. It's all you. Quintex, do we have any money to beef up some stuff with you and get that money thing up a little bit? Still waiting on those to come in. We need space guns to fight the Ancient Aliens, but theoretically the Ancient Aliens are on our side, according to most of the people on Ancient Aliens. So I don't know if we want to fight them. Maybe we do. I don't know. Oh, that will actually put a Dark Sorceress in the garrison. That's not bad. And another one if I go up a rank, although I don't know if that... Is that duplicating it? I don't know. Sure. Is there anything else in the military chains that I need? I'm not sold on the Den of Outlaws, although I've got a slot for it. I could do it. Are you expecting some secret military command, some XCOM to save the world? No, because XCOM in real life would never work. You can't send 6 guys. Well, start with 4 guys, and then, if you're lucky, 6 guys to stop an alien invasion. That just doesn't seem right. I think we should have more than 6 people doing that. I believe he was found dead in his apartment. Some people think he was assassinated by Iraq's something's neighbors. Is that what we're doing there? Because if your next door neighbor had a space gun, you wouldn't be too happy. No, you're right. I would not be happy if my next door neighbor had a space gun. I'm not even happy that they have a leaf blower. Never mind a space gun. Actually, leaf blower is probably more annoying than a space gun. Do I really need walls in Quintex? What's your garrison? Actually, your garrison's garbage. I should get you walls in Quintex. Especially as Mazdamundi's poking his nose around there. Okay. Quintex is not as defended as I thought. Bobcat would ask to borrow the space gun, not wholly surprising. I don't think anyone is surprised by that. Birdbrains, what would you be doing if your neighbor had a space gun? Would you be assassinating them? Probably. Probably. You've got the assassins. Wouldn't surprise me at all. White Peak can already go up to level 3. Cool. Then we get some walls in there. Now, which way next? How's Tor Anrock's garrison? Not bad. Not bad at all. Huh. Is there any... We have one military building here to just get us the most basic stuff. And Birdbrain's no English when me tired. It's okay. Neighbor's not exactly the easiest word to spell. I just had to kind of translate it in my own head. So, Velatroth. Let's talk about Torsethi. What's their garrison? How do we feel about just sort of... Wait, I thought they had walls. They do have walls. Okay, I was not hallucinating that. They absolutely have walls. Okay, can anyone take a poke at the walls? Helenor, is that one of your deals? Yes. Yes, it is, actually. Go ahead and do that. And who else is kicking around here? Success on damaging the walls. Good. Sarah, do you have anything cool you can do down here? Steel technology. That's broadly useless. Polsk is leafing, apparently with the leaf blower pun there. So that's cool, Polsk. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by, as always. Birdbrains would use it to invade Canada and then Mexico. Okay. Is there a particular reason for that order? Are you going maple syrup and then taco? Because those two do not sound good together. And where did Sabioth go? Oh, he's down here now. Right. Sabioth, I've got a different job for you. Go assault the garrison. We'll assault the walls, assault the garrison. We're just going to keep poking them. Birdbrains would load troops into it and then launch them to the countries I'm invading. Fair enough. Fair enough. How do the troops feel about being launched in a space gun? Because I'm not keen on it. I'm telling you, I'm not super happy about Space Gun. And by not super happy, I mean it's a hard no. It's not a soft no, it's a hard no on Space Gun. You, Velatroth. We just assaulted the garrison successfully and assaulted the walls. Can you go lay siege to it? This may not be my smartest move. I may want to actually pull Marathi back over here. Yeah, it's about even, and I'm inclined to agree with that. So let's put you under siege for right now. That is a pretty even battle. Didn't do a lot of damage to the garrison. Didn't do no damage, but not a lot of damage. Space Gun is the least scary part of the game that the Omega Space Gun is from. Okay, gotcha. Well, that's a pretty scary part. Yeah, go ahead and continue that siege. And what am I going to do then with Tor Anrock? Tor Anrock is pretty beefy. It could theoretically, well, it could certainly hold out in a siege. If someone just comes marching up to the door, how many actual units do you have? 3, 6, 7, 14, 15 units. And walls. Good walls, too. You have improved tower. I think it's going to be okay. And I'm trying to formulate my sentence while I'm reading the phrase naked disco ball man in chat. So it kind of just fired off the wrong neurons there. Yeah, I think Tor Anrock, unless they show up with 2 armies, I think Tor Anrock can hold on. So let's get Yastra moving in this direction. Get into White Peak. And then we'll see what we want to do with Torsethi. How many turns until you're starving? Give me 6. That's longer than I would like. Much longer than I would like. And with any money that I have left, what does Arnheim think I want to build? Oh, quite a bit. Oh, goodness, you've gone up to level 4 and I didn't notice. Well, can't really afford to do anything with that information right now. But we will soon, Arnheim. You don't worry about that. For right now, we'll just get some money going on here. Yeah, just have that. A little bit extra money ticking in. Who's got skill points? Helenor again. I was playing a game called Soma and got chased by a naked man with a disco ball for a head who was probably a ghost. And, sorry, how does Space Gun fit into all of this? You're complicated, Jess. This is a complicated game that you're playing here. Spread corruption, no. You know what? You do tend to kind of end up fighting, so let's start you moving down your fighty tree here. What's Cauldron of Blood? Oh, it's a mount? Oh, we've totally got to get Helenor the mount that is called Cauldron of Blood, because I'm not actually sure I've ever seen that. I don't know what that mount is. I can imagine from the little icon here that she's actually standing on, like, a tank that has a cauldron of blood on it, and I want that. I want that all day long. This was before the howling mutated man who climbs in vents and makes the light flicker. Yeah, probably not going to play that game. You're a cyborg AI, and I need to upload my brain into the Omega Space Gun. This seems overly complicated. Are you sure you wouldn't just like to play Dark Elves killing Light Elves? High Elves, rather, because that seems much more sensible. Much more sensible. Elusive. Defense up. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else I can do with you, Sabioth. You're actually getting kind of maxed out here. End that turn. I will be fascinated to see if that garrison comes out to take a poke. Would not surprise me if they did. Would not surprise me at all. They've got a beefy garrison. And that is another agent. Okay, that's fine. Not seeing a lot of armies from Lothern. Not seeing a lot of Lothern armies kicking around and kind of wondering... It's making me nervous, frankly. I'm concerned that I'm not seeing Lothern armies because that makes me wonder where they are. Definitely not be playing another true horror game after this one. Yeah, I tried horror games, and they're either very silly or they're legitimately scary, and I'm not into that. I'm okay with not being scared in a game. The older I get, the more I've actually simplified my gaming choices. And you are... Okay, you're a Calidor army. You are going to Vol... Okay, you're going to reinforce Vol's Anvil. Oh, and Calidor holds Lothern. That's interesting. And hang on, hang on. I think one of our lot is holding the Shrine of Asuryan. Somebody invaded Ulthuan before I did. That's not okay. Anyone else notice that Jess feels the need to specify in-game, like she's assuming we would assume she's an cyborg AI in real life? I have no preconceived notions. She could be. It's the internet. She could be anything. She could be Jeff Goldblum. We could all go back to that. I have no idea. Yeah, you failed to do that. All right, this is all fine. This is all fine. Raiding again after I just dismantled that army. Technology research. No, I need to... Stop it. Stop it. I need to get to the Shrine of Asuryan. Oh, it's the Dread Fleet. Okay, that's why you wanted peace with me. Because you were... That... Oh, the AI does that so often. The Dread Fleet love to invade Ulthuan, and they love to make peace with anyone else invading Ulthuan, and then they take all the good stuff. And you end up going to war with them anyway. Oh, the Ulthuan political scene is interesting. Dread Fleet holding a really good chunk. So undead vampire pirates are holding the Shrine of Asuryan, which is not nothing. It's a really good, unique building there. Calidor is holding Lothern instead of Lothern holding Lothern. This is probably why Lothern has not sent an army. They've got issues with the Dread Fleet. They've got their own problems going on. And is Lothern over here? Yeah, Lothern's still got a lot of geography here. In the internet, no one knows you're a fox wearing glasses. Well, no, not unless you tell them. In which case, are you a fox wearing glasses? Because now I know that, if that's indeed what you're doing. Go into regular stance. Yeah, just hop over here. And now, have we made that a lot less of an even battle? Come on, focus, game, focus. Yes, but not as much as I would like. Keep the siege up for now. And Yastra will still be in a position... Oh, Sabioth, I forgot about you. Why don't you see if you can assassinate this guy, because he's annoying. And he's got a chariot. Go take out his chariot. Oh, we failed. Darn it. That's alright. Wasn't a critical failure. It's okay. Wasn't a critical failure. Helenor, you want to take a poke at him? I got 3 agents down here. One of you's got to be able to get this job done. Oh, success is too low because you're exhausted. Okay, that is understandable. That is definitely true. Okay. Iron Spike, what do you think I want to build here? Just the level 3 of that? Yeah, you know what? Fine. Do it. You've been nagging me to do that for ages. and just saw the Lego Movie 2 and really liked it. Cool. I have no strong opinions about the Lego Movie series. Don't necessarily flock to go see it, but if it's on TV, I probably won't kick it off the TV. So I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad it was working out for you. Who has not been moved? Eleanor again. Why don't you just in bed somewhere? It'll stop you whining at me. Oh, and you just randomly gained a follower from embedding. Great. Income from trade up 5%. 5% rather. Speaking of trade, is there anyone we're not trading with that we should be? Like Current Car. You have a pretty good opinion of us. You want to trade with us? Apparently not that much. Huh. Oh, well, they accepted anyway. Good. Anyone else we're not trading with that we should be? Nagarond loves us and they're trading with us. Clarcaron, they're fine. Bretonia will probably never see you. Oh, Polsk is back. Good. Hey, Polsk. Welcome back. Hexodal. You know what? Can we just get the peace thing out of the way now? Because you're going to ask me for peace anyway. Nope, you don't want to do it. Okay. Maybe we have to smash you in the face. Maybe we have to do the Mike Tyson thing and punch you in the face until you love us. That's fine. Clan Scryer. Wow, you're way over there. We're never going to meet, but yet somehow you kind of like us. Would you like to trade with us? Well, do you want to start with a non-aggression pact, seeing as we're like 3 continents away from you? Now would you like to trade with us? Not so much, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, no. Not really. Who else? Clan Rictus, no. Well, the Dreadfleet. You know what? If we're going to be sharing Lothern and Ulthuan, they better not get to Lothern first. I got to make a push for Lothern. I want Lothern. And now we're going to have a corruption problem. Because they're going to be spreading undead corruption, and I'm going to be spreading chaos corruption, and we're both going to be suffering attrition from each other's corruption. I hate when you buy a physical copy of a game, and the game isn't even on. It's just a license to download the game. Yeah, no, that is kind of a pain in the neck. It's why it's pretty much all digital these days. So, you know, I hear you, Birdbrains. Gaming world has changed a lot in the last 30 years. Dreadfleet, would you like to trade with us? Please say yes. Because if we're going to share Ulthuan, we may as well get comfy with each other. Although, again, we're probably going to have to go to war with you at some point, because we have different corruptions, and they don't play well together. And the Vampire Coast, I don't actually know that we've even met you, but would you like to have a non-aggression pact? You would. Super. I really want a trade agreement, though. Anything we can do to get some more money coming in would be good. All right. That's all fine. Negotiation's over. That's as diplomatic as I planned to get today. Torsethi is doing its thing. They moved an army into Baal's Anvil. Well, I kind of need that 4th army back. Not going to lie. Kind of need a 4th army down here. Just to guard the door. Just to guard Sildrator and Ironspike. And then send Morathi back to Ulthuan. What's the rating issue up here again? It's Cult of Pleasure Separatists. You know what, Morathi? Go into March mode. Just see if you can deal with this yourself. It's going to take you a bunch of turns to get up there, but I'd rather maybe start a 4th army down here. That makes a lot more sense. Is the map the same in every campaign? Yes, depending on what campaign it is. So the map for... Oh, that's actually a tougher question because I don't know the 100% answer to that. My short answer is yes. The longer answer is, depending on what faction and what iteration of the game you're playing, there can be different aspects to the map. Short answer, yes. Short answer, yes, is what I'd say. That's certainly in the Mortal Empires campaign, which again is as close to sandbox as this thing does. What was my plan? Oh, my plan was to start a 4th army down here. Okay. Let's see how that goes. Because I have a better infrastructure down here. I'm not going to be able to do anything with that until we have some money. So, no 4th army right now. And then you play the first Total War Warhammer, and that's a different map with slightly changed factions in the Eye of the Vortex campaign, there's basically only 4 factions, whereas here in Mortal Empires, they're all of them, every one of them. And I say there's basically 4 factions, depending on what DLC you've added, those will get added in too. But it's a trickier question than you think it is, but the short answer is basically it's the same, yes. Hit and run, weapon strength up for, well, effectively cavalry units. That's good. What's over here that I haven't taken? Naval training, bloodthirsty companions, temple training grounds. I don't really want any of this. I kind of just want to save up the 5 grand and move on to the 3rd upgrade, but we'll take... I really don't want any of these. Marching to war. You know what? Sure. Speed up for infantry. That's not stupid. That's sensible. You know, just basic speed increase for the infantry units. Oh, Lothern's got a thing going on. Oh no, it was just an agent. Never mind, just an agent. That's totally okay. And Stoic Tor, what are you doing? Are you Nagarond? You're Nagarond, if I'm not mistaken. And you're at war with Claricaron. That's fine. I'm at peace with both of you, and you both broadly like me. Actually, I should see what Clan Rictus wants to do with diplomacy. I'd be okay if we could just kind of shut down the north. There's really good stuff up there, though. I should make a push into there at some point. Probably when I'm done with Ulthuan, when the Dreadfleet and I have divvied up Ulthuan to our own devices. Because I don't see that going well for the High Elves. They've got me on one side and the Dreadfleet on the other, and the Dreadfleet won't give up. In terms of my experience with the Dreadfleet AI is they are just persistent. They're like squirrels. They won't stop under any circumstances. They will just keep coming back again and again and again. So we may as well figure out who's getting what parts of Ulthuan now. Did you know with Bobcat the Moose project, I assume that's an acronym, and if it isn't, it should be, was a design for a method of returning to Earth if something happened to a spacecraft. Wouldn't falling work? I mean, just falling. I think you can just fall, and you'll end up returning to Earth. Not pleasantly. I mean, it's a fatal return, but, you know, you can probably just fall. Oh, Taria actually assaulted Yastra's units. That's basically okay. Raiding involves Anvil. Again, Marathi's on our way. It's going to be fine. Oh, minus 15% construction cost for all buildings in all regions. Yes, please. Why, that is just delightful. What do you got in Quintex? Anything I could be building here? No, I've actually finally got all those slots. And the Slave Gate will be up and running soon. That'll be good. Arnheim, however. Bunch of stuff we can do here. Arnheim, you're on the coast, aren't you? Yeah, you should probably have walls. Well, better walls, anyway. And get your next level of the industry building up as well. What have I got for military infrastructure down here? The basic infantry, the basic... Actually, not even the second level of the basic horsey one. Should get that going. Now put a couple of high-level things in there, just for giggles. That'll be fun. Who down here is a hero that's not embedded, that might want to do something with their time? Like Sabioth. You're my favorite. You're my guy. Can you assault the guy on the chariot? Please say yes. 80%. Thank you. Get it done. All right. Oh, hang on. Part 2. Consisted of a folding inflatable heat shield that would fill with polyurethane foam and had a handheld retro rocket and a parachute to give the astronaut some semblance of control. Again, like the thing with the ideally, air quotes ideally, some semblance of control just makes me think he actually had no control, but we were just trying to make him feel better. Or her, whatever. Just trying to make the astronaut feel better. Some semblance of control. So, if I understand all of that at all, a heat-proof dinghy with a rocket and like a fire extinguisher and a parachute is how that was going down. And just go ahead and return to Earth in that. Fair enough. Fair enough. Unassigned skill points. It's Sabioth again. Sabioth, I'm actually running out of things to give you. You're kind of getting really maxed out here. Anything down here I want? I mean, sure. Melee attack +3. Why not? Why not? And how many more turns until you start starving? 4. Cool. Good. And Nagarond. I don't suppose, Nagarond, you'd like to come down and deal with my raiding issue, would you? Because it's kind of just a pain in the neck. They're not really doing anything, but they're stealing money from me, and that's not okay. I need the money to buy dragons and war hydras and Charybdises. Charybdisi? Charybdisisms? Anyway, they've got monsters that I need to buy, so don't with the raiding, please. And Nagaron finishes up in Venomblade. Okay. Yes, I know. I'm really more concerned about Lothern game. Just give me that one. There is a mod for this. I don't usually mod games, but there is a mod that kind of takes out all the unnecessary factions, because what slows the game down is, especially in Mortal Empires, because there are like 100 factions, the game's calculating what all the other factions are doing, and that's what slows down the turn. But there is actually a mod for that. Might be one of those things I look at, where it just takes out all the unnecessary ones. Basically, if the faction in question has nothing to do with you, you won't see its turn counter. The game will just ignore it and skip over it. Clarkarond does not want to deal with my raiders. Okay, that's fine. But you're just going to mess around with the Nagarond. Why? We're all Dark Elves. We can all be friends. It's all cool. Just deal with the Skaven. The Skaven are way more important to deal with. Oh, Karondkar, what would you like? Do you really only have those 2 settlements, Karondkar? Because that makes you look really ripe for the picking. Join war against Harganeth? No. No. Why would I do that? I have to start defending my northern border at that point. To use it, the astronaut would climb into the bag, pull the cord, release the foam, use the retro rocket, get into a return orbit, and then deploy the parachute, all while plummeting. I'm sure they give astronauts really, really super hardcore training. I think anyone, no matter how they're training, is probably not going to remember to do all those things in the correct order. I just see sort of a Laurel and Hardy thing where he gets in, deploys the parachute, fills the parachute with foam, plummets, then pulls the cord. It's just got sort of a slapstick comedy thing written all over it. Yastra, you're having a loyalty issue again. Well, super. What is the Rod of Briars? I bet it's not worth 6 loyalty. It is a magic missile. No, it's not worth a loyalty issue. I don't need a rebellion right now. That's pretty much the last thing I need. And wow, Kalidor have an agent on an eagle. Well done, Kalidor. I'm still going to kill you all, but well done. Okay, 3 more turns until Torsethai starves to death. Agents coming in. They've reinforced Val's Anvil. Morathi is barreling north to just deal with this fidgety raider problem that won't go away. Got rid of 1 raider, and now we've got another. I can't... Actually, there they are. Oh, they're over at the Temple of Adioth. The buggers have put the Temple of Adioth under siege. I know it's under siege. What's my garrison like there? Oh, it's awesome. And your army is garbage. Great. Got a plan. In fact, I'm going to leave the screen right here so I remember what my plan is next time. The Temple of Adioth garrison could just sally out and deal with the raiders, in which case Morathi can start barreling south again. Oh, Lord. Maybe he can become your agent on an eagle. No, we'll probably just kill him. And Sabioth will deal with that. We'll get agents on all sorts of things. I want to get what's her name on the Blood Cauldron, because that's her mount, apparently. Oh, Moose is very KSPS. I think with all of this in place, it's a good time to call the stream, and next time we'll pick it up with my incredibly strong garrison in the Temple of Adioth coming out and wiping out these separatists who have no reason to live. But we'll call it here. I know I say this every single time, guys. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging out. I really do look forward to this. I really did. I got up this morning and I was looking forward to this. I basically sat around and waited for it to be 4 o'clock. So here we are, done it again another Saturday. We'll do it again next Saturday as well. But thank you guys so much for coming out. Jess, Bobcat, Birdbrains, all you guys. Art, there you are. Anyone else, Polsk, if you're still here or not here, checking in. Boy, if he comes back and we're gone, boy, will he be sad. No, he won't. He knows where to find us. Good night, all. Thank you all so much for coming along, but we'll kill it here, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Goodbye.